some other grandmasters, top GMs on a full score. And this round, we'll be following Vincent Keymer against Jan-Krzysztof Duda. I would say two players who, in the winter split, have been bringing their A game, playing Titled Tuesday week in, week out. Just last week, Vincent Keymer had a quickish draw in Tata Steel, just so he could play this event. Or at least that's what we'd like to think.
Yeah, it's a big event, this one. And yeah, two massive hitters here, big names. And they start off pretty sensibly with some kind of Queen's Gambit, A6 variation, a popular line nowadays. Queen F3, a little bit rare, David?
Yeah, not the most common move here. Black is arguing essentially that rather than put the bishop on a passive square, now he can trade it off in just one move, but white is trying to take advantage of the fact that maybe A6 isn't always the most useful, doesn't support the center, for example. Now gets his queen out. The queen is not trapped. The bishop attacking it would have seen the white queen slide, so we see a trade, and Duda doesn't look too happy. But it does look like a very typical solid opening. This pawn structure arises in all sorts of variations, and player gets a bit more stable. It's all about maneuvering the next few moves.
Yeah, the white queen normally not out there, so it kind of depends whether that queen is going to be a good thing or a bad thing for white. And normally it's back home. You could potentially try to use the white queen to attack black's king side. And yeah, g4, g5 is very tempting. Is he going to play it? I hope he does. It's the kind of chess. Oh, okay. He's gone for the better pawn first. Oh.
Go on, Harry. If I were playing you, I would just know. I wouldn't even need to look at the board. One of these pawns is flying forward, and it would be scary for black.
It is scary, yeah. I mean, the bishop, the light square bishop of white's is very strong, pointing towards black's king. And with the g pawn coming, maybe you could think about bringing your rook around as well, but I think g4, g5 is very tempting here.
Yeah, lots of attacking ideas for white. G4 seems to be a bit of a threat. That black knight is going to struggle to survive. Whoa, knight on the edge of the board.
Yeah, I mean, isn't there bishop? No, it's not bishop takes pawn. I don't know, bishop takes pawn is very interesting here. But you probably have something even stronger, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of tempting moves. You want to take this pawn, and when the black king recaptures, give a check, maybe with the white queen.
Yeah, and try to then come in. But maybe just queen f3 here. It looks very strong. A simple move to go g4 next. I mean, I'm not sure if that black knight wants to be there. Is Duda singing? I don't know.
Let's check it out.
Yeah. What kind of music is this? Okay.
Groovy music.
It's interesting, right?
Wow, interesting music, interesting moves on the board. Vincent Keymer has sacrificed a bishop. Not the typical Greek gift we're used to. Not supported by a knight coming in with a check. But it's the queen who's going to be doing some of the damage.
Yeah, and you've got this h5 move maybe a bit later on. So it looks like, yeah, this is a very aggressive move from Vincent. Again, showing that he likes playing this kind of chess as he did in Awaken Z when he went for his crazy attacking chess in a lot of rounds. If you don't take that one, you have to move the king, but I can't see how that's going to help you with the white queen just attacking black's knight. So it kind of feels like you have to take the bishop here, really.
Yeah, at some point, I think against an elite grandmaster like Keymer, you just have to say, okay, prove it.
Yeah.
Like, why suffer a pawn down for nothing? He does take the bishop, but this is what we were talking about, the double check. Simon, your instincts are on point. This is a brilliant move. The eval bar says white is much better now, despite being a piece down.
Yeah, I mean, if the black king comes forwards, then this g4 move is going to be very tempting, trying to go for a pawn checkmate. And the only other idea that you have, I would see, is to block the check with the pawn here and try to keep your extra piece. Because, again, if you give the piece back, and he has played it, you're in a lot of trouble. Now, I was wondering what would happen after knight g7, but this move looks fairly sensible as well. White has a lot of pawns here, David.
White has a lot of pawns. You could grab another one now. I think or you could play this move. The two candidate moves are to continue grabbing things or attacking things, and now the knight is hit on the side of the board. As you said earlier, Simon, if the knight moves, I think it is the march of Harry the h-pawn that's going to open up lines. We've seen a lot of these h-file attacks, Magnus giving h-file checkmate in the previous game. Lots of pawn storms. This looks devastating. How is black going to survive? A minute plus down as well.
Yeah, it's really bad for Duda here because, yeah, if the knight moves, the h-pawn goes, and if white can get the rook into the game, then it's going to be game over. The Black King's just too exposed, and already White has a number of pawns. So h5 surely now is the move. Just push that pawn, and I guess he's going to try g5 and then move the knight, something like that. But I mean, it still looks very strong to me. You've also got knight f4 here. You've got so many tempting moves, David.
Yeah, normally that's maybe the one thing that might hold him back, Vincent Keymer. Sometimes having too many tempting moves means he burned time on the clock, but he has a 1 minute time advantage. And yeah, it just looks so devastatingly good. I mean, this knight move would be hard to resist.
Yeah, get another piece into the game. I mean, if the Harry pawn move works, then you play it, but it might give Black a chance to close the king side down. So getting the knight in, very, very natural move. I mean, even moving the G pawn here has some point. So you stop the position from being closed down. There's a very nice line. Rook f8, h5 nearly works. It doesn't.
Oh.
Nearly.
Queen sack. Push those pawns.
Oh, that's very kind you say sacrifice there, David. It was more of a queen blunder. But, you know, it's this is the thing. Vincent having a big think here because he can smell the victory is very near. But he has spent now about a minute at least on this move.
Yeah, long think here for Vincent Keymer. And
Dude having a good laugh there.
Exactly.
So he's enjoying this position. I wouldn't be enjoying this position if I was Black.
Yeah, let's check in on the music state in Duda's room.
Pretty atrocious.
Okay, a very popular song there from Duda. Yeah, maybe just in trouble. I don't know whether he realizes how big the trouble is here, Duda, but he must be at least consoled by the fact that Vincent Keymer took a long time. And whoa, that's a strange pawn to take, not creating a threat. That is a very vague move. It's, of course, a nice pawn to grab, but the other knight forward looks so strong. Pawn moves look so tempting. And apparently this is a mistake now from Vincent Keymer.
Yeah, it's quite a... Oh, this is a nice move. Ooh. And Duda takes his chance. What a move that is. And the point is, the bishop, as you point out, David.
Yeah, double attack there, hitting the queen, hitting the knight, and suddenly White's attack loses a lot of firepower, a lot of steam, and it's suddenly Black who's creating the threats, gaining tempi, gaining those very important moves to consolidate the position. Black's pieces, the queen side was all asleep. Now the queen's out, bishop's out, rook's coming. White's king might be under fire soon, and the Black knight miraculously holds everything together.
Yeah, it's really turned around this for Duda, and Vincent also shorter time. I mean, that bishop, the light square bishop, the extra bishop that Duda has is really holding a number of squares together. And as you mentioned, the white king, you have to defend the rook. So he's moved the knight to defend the rook. But now Black has a number of tempting moves. Maybe just bring the other rook over. Black's going to have some fun here.
Yeah, Black's going to have a lot of fun. I have a feeling that Vincent Keymer might actually have to castle on the king side very soon. So he's getting ready. He's putting his knight there as a defender. But we've seen how that can be a dangerous decision, especially with the pawns moving forward in front of the king like that. So, okay, the rook does slide. And wow, the advantage changes hands after the most natural move on the board. Maybe it was time to actually just capture a pawn. And Vincent Keymer's going for checkmate. They're both going for each other now.
Yeah, that pawn getting nearer and nearer. If it can go one more square, then the Black knight will actually be trapped. But can the queen come down with a check here? Can the bishop then come in? It's really tense. And look at the time situation. They are both under a minute.
Yeah, it's a race now against time, against themselves. H5, apparently not the best move, but Duda burning so much time moving his rook. And that was because the knight wanted to run away if it had been hit. Vincent Keymer castles. At least his king is safe for now. Material count. White has 3 extra pawns. Black has an extra bishop. It's actually level. Who would you rather be?
Well, at the moment, Vincent, because Duda's only got 20 seconds. There's no increment. And I think it's going to come down to the clock here. I mean, I like Black's position with the rook coming in. And it's, though, on that clock, Duda, brilliant bullet player.
Oh, he's kicked away the white queen, though. She's been forced away, forced back, and he's threatening some nasty checkmates. Rook takes knight would end the game. Vincent tries to postpone that as long as possible. The sacrifice does come. Not correct from Duda. He's just got no time, as you said. And now the queen defends everything. Watch out, some queen checks, and don't take that rook. It was poisoned. Now it's just a pure time scramble. 8 seconds, though. Surely not enough. that red clock is going to be Duda's downfall.
Yeah, it's all down to the clock. 4 seconds left for Duda. And also a bit of a tricky position here. The black king has nowhere to hide. Look at that pin there. Vincent using his time, and there you go.
There you go. Duda runs out of time just when he had a big advantage at the end. Vincent Keymer shakes his head. Pure relief from him, but a very, very important win as they head into the first break.